Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dating in This Era. We're having a special talk today. I am Kyle Martin, and I'm here today with
Shauna Fitzgerald, your hostess with the mostest. With
Tamette with Safari Solutions.
Diavone with Abstract Royalty Photography, aka Dedra.
Yeah. So today it's going to be a little bit different. Each of us is going to pick out a card from one of these three decks, and we're basically just going to take turns going to deep dive about it. Be a little bit of back and forth, and we're just going to keep moving on, and whatever happens, happens.
yeah,
All right.
definitely.
I've spent time with all three of y'all, and y'all are really have very interesting and strong minds. And I would love to hear your insight on everything.
My mind is weak.
You want me to? You really want to have a back and forth on that one?
No, sir. No, sir.
You want a back and forth on that one?
This is no.
right.
I just had to throw a little joke in there.
Alright.
No, we're gonna leave it alone.
All right. So, ladies, we have three decks. I'm gonna shuffle each and every single deck, and I'm gonna let you all pick from whichever deck you want,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
All right. Let's
Sounds
go.
fun.
I hope so.
I'm scared.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be alright.
I'm intrigued.
I'm scared.
I like decks.
scared.
Definitely interested in these questions or comments.
What do y'all?
Either way.
What do you? Okay, so off the top of the head right now, what do y'all think the question's gonna be? Or how explicit or how detailed you think it's gonna get?
It's gonna have us thinking, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely thinking pieces. Yeah,
Think so?
yeah.
Well, it does not have to be the top card.
Okay.
So, matter of fact, we'll do it this way. I'm gonna go through each and every one of you. You tell me which deck you want, and then I'll spread it out and then let you pick a random.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
let's start with you.
I want the red and black one.
Okay.
I know, right?
Yes,
That's the
ma'am.
one that's calling me.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
That one right there.
This is really.
And what's the red and black one?
I ain't gonna say it. We ain't getting paid.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well,
But it's something we say quite often in this world. One.
what about the subject?
This is one.
Okay. 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 No, hands up, don't shoot.
So aggressive, sir.
All right. Tamette, here we go.
Oh.
You
Which
get to
deck you
pick.
want?
I
Which
just
deck
go
you
ahead and pick. Oh, okay. I'm gonna switch it up.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try that Christian culture.
Let's do
You
it.
know what? I'm gonna go with the blank.
Blank it is.
Blank.
This is the producer special.
I know. That's why I'm like, let's see.
Okay. All right.
Live on the edge a little bit.
We like that. All right.
Well, last but not least, I get the multicolored deck over there.
All right. Okay, so one of each day. All right, cool.
This is be fair and not get the same deck. Okay, I got one.
Man.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Just so you know, you not off the hook, so you have to pick a card too.
Come on.
All right.
What's your choice?
We'll do Christian culture. Yeah,
All
I guess.
right.
I guess.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Hallelujah. Amen. Glory to the Most High.
Amen.
Pick a color, any color.
Yellow. Okay.
Thought it was about to be the red.
Okay, so which direction are we going first?
We'll start with this side.
Of course.
Good time.
Yeah. only because you brought it up.
Okay. What is one of your non-negotiables?
Mm.
Oh,
So
I like this question.
I'll answer it first. With relationships, the only thing that would first come up would be not having the same spiritual beliefs.
Okay.
That's the number one for me.
Nice.
okay.
Okay.
Because it starts there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It starts there. Everything else follows under that. So I totally get that.
yeah.
Especially since if they have different beliefs, usually it goes downhill with the relationship because you have different views. So a lot of things will clash throughout your relationship.
Yeah.
Things that you wouldn't think would clash later on would end up being, well, this is against my religion, or, well, I don't really care about your religion. Then it ends up being personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mind if I ask, like, what is your spiritual belief? Or
I'm a
religion?
Christian. I'm at a
Okay.
non-denominational church.
Okay.
With the halo on top.
No, because I remember when I had felt that way at one point too. Like, he needs to believe in God, be a Christian. No, it was more so he needs to be a Christian, you know. But what I realized is this spiritual journey is like just that. And when I think about how long it took me to kind of get to where I am, I had to kind of look at there's levels to that non-negotiable. Now I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know. So it's just like he can't be trying to worship Satan, right?
Sure.
You know,
For sure.
I can't do that. But it is somebody who, what is his faith? What does he believe in? And how does he practice that or exercise that? Because over time, like, we can build upon that. You know, we could potentially build up on that. But there's I think it's good to just be open, because when you think about like Jesus, he talked to prostitutes, drunks, you know, these were the people he ministered to. So to say, like, you know, and I think it's levels as far as friendship, relationships, you know, intimate relationships, you know, how far, but is there like a meter on?
Yes.
Okay. Is it
So
like,
when I say spiritual beliefs, they don't have to be a Christian.
okay.
But if you're say you're Muslim, I respect your belief. I'm not gonna try to convert you throughout our whole relationship.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah,
So
okay,
we're gonna
right.
have a whole bunch of, well, you come to my church. No, you come to what my family has going on, this, that, and the third. And I do believe that, you know, with being with somebody, you can't judge them. That's part of being a Christian. But if you have your own spiritual journey, say you had a bad past where you were raised in a Christian church and it didn't go well. Because sometimes with families and churches, they may not be on the same path as they're, you know, supposed to be.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
So we can make this work. Just, you know, respect what I have going on. Understand that we're different, and each Christian is different. We have Baptists, we have non-denominational, then we have the Catholics over there, we have the other ones over here.
Yeah.
I can't name all of them because it's like a whole bunch.
A lot.
But
Let's just stick with that 3.
yes,
The main
that's
3,
it.
Let's just stick
But
with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you based off of that. I'm gonna judge you based off of your character and do you believe in God.
Yeah.
If you keep on going back and forth saying, well, no, it's not gonna work out with us. Because I'm gonna want to go on little church dates. Let's have Bible study together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when it comes to marriage, that's something you really got to look at. Because then if you're talking about bringing kids into the picture and how are you raising your kids, then is it somebody who's open, or they're like, no, we're raising kids this way?
Yes.
That was the one thing that came to my head about that. Like, imagine you two, whether you're married or not, but a child is now brought into play. Okay, so what is that child going to grow up under?
Yeah.
Is it going to be raised Christian? Is it going to be raised Catholic? Is it going to be raised Muslim? Like that, and that could be a relationship breaker right there. So I think it's very important for that to be a non-negotiable as well. So that way everybody's still on the same page.
I'm sorry. Question: non-negotiables for dating and marriage, are they the same?
It can be, but not necessarily. I think so. I think that way. It can be, but maybe not, because for some people, marriage is just a whole separate thing. It's like, okay, for some people, marriage is like, okay, well, now we have no choice but to take it seriously. So now we got to have new set rules for marriage. Versus when you're dating, you can easily back in, back out. There's, like you said, there's levels to this. Right? For marriage, it's like, okay, I got my one. That's it. Well, whatever we used to do that was fun, it's not gonna fly here no more. Because you do that with somebody else, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say in reference to that with dating and marriage, dating is like new birth. You know, you're birthing something. That's the very beginning. So you're going to go through steps and changes in life. So you got to grow through it. So what you started, you know, your non-negotiables or how you felt about each other at the beginning it might grow and change the deeper you get into the relationship.
Don't I know?
So now you have different things that, and then not say different things, but there are, yes, different things that you might not agree upon. Then there's things that you may agree upon, which, puts a growth into your marriage.
Yeah.
So you went to the crawling phase and now you're into the walking phase. So yeah, it can definitely change.
I agree with what you said. I think that dating is more like a free trial. And once you're in that marriage, you're in this to win this. But I date to marry. If I'm dating
That's
you,
the
then
intention.
That's different.
my
That's the
intentions
intention.
are marrying you,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Okay.
So I'm already seeing, what are your beliefs? What do you think about, like, the deeper questions?
Yeah.
So I feel like, of course, they're going to be different, but it's going to change over time once you're with that person. But you already have those non-negotiables that goes into dating. And then it kind of evolves.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so absolutely, that was a really good question.
Yeah.
Who else? What's a non-negotiable?
Oh, non-negotiable. I would say.
You thought you was free?
Yeah, I did.
That's
Non-negotiable, I would say cheating. I can't do cheating. I can't. Because once the foundation of the trust is gone, I can't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like, the conversation is always wondering who, what, when, where, investigating. That energy just put towards following and checking and it's too risky. I cannot do cheating. Once you do that, please go be with them. Gone.
Yeah.
Understood.
In addition to, I need a man that loves the Lord with all his heart.
I don't do cheating. It takes one time. I'm like, okay,
That's it.
bye.
Yeah.
Not even all that
There's no devil's
crying.
advocate for me. There's no devil's
I'm
advocate.
not crying. I'm not mad.
Nope.
You know what? All peace.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Have a blessed life. Bye.
My energy matters a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much to pour out, to be trying to figure out. And that's my peace, Rob. And you supposed to be helping to contribute, not rob me of it. No. Go on over there.
Yeah. So, non-negotiable. Communication. And I say that because you have to have some type of communication. If we're not, like, okay, for instance, if it has to do with decision making. So you gotta have some type of communication with decision making. It can't just be one-sided. Like, one person makes all decisions and the other person does not. So for me, that's kind of a non-negotiable because we have to have communication, and we could agree to disagree, but at the same time, there still needs to be some type of communication in general.
Is it communication, or is it like the way of having to make decisions all the time? That's the non-negotiable, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's both.
They kind of go hand in hand.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everything revolves around communication at some point, to some degree. And from my experiences with dating, from my end, not even just dating, but even just observing how other people communicate with each other, you'd be surprised how a lot of issues mainly stem from either the lack of or something was just miscommunicated along the way.
Yeah.
And someone just took it in a different direction and it just spiraled from there. So absolutely, I actually agree with you that communication has to be a non-negotiable for sure.
Because as one great
make it
artist
clear.
says, miscommunications lead to complications.
That's right.
So you gotta have some communication.
That's
Especially in
right.
the
That's big.
technology age.
Whew.
We are running out. We are running out of
clear communication.
we are running out of excuses where communication. We're running out of excuses.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Now,
hear it. I didn't
now
hear
hold
it.
on. That is a whole separate conversation when it comes to technology's influence when it comes to communicating. And I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but I will say I can understand the aspect of I don't have my hands on my ways of communication or technology or whatever to stay communication. I can say that because I've done it. But I also understand the concept of you're on your devices
It's like
a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
You could take 2 to 5 seconds to say yada yada yada,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I can't argue. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
What's interesting now with bringing in tech is sometimes you have to communicate. I don't have the capacity to communicate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And that's what I'm finding. Like, you're not going to hear from me for a couple of hours because I've been communicating all day and I just need a few hours of not communicating. So I have to communicate that.
That part.
That part for sure. I can
Ooh.
say, and I can hold myself accountable in these situations where it's kind of felt weird to say, hey, I can't make time for you in this moment. You're going to have to wait. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's for some reason, it's like, I'd rather just finish what I got going on and then I can just give you all of my time.
Yeah.
Because I want to give you my time.
Yeah.
I like talking to you. Obviously, that's why we're here in the first place. At the same time, I don't know. Like, I totally get it. I totally get it. And I know I've fallen short in that regard. So I totally get from hearing it outside of myself. Like, yeah, I totally get that.
Do you think that we have to do that now? Like, is it not fair that we can't just not communicate for a minute? Like, what part does it become a problem? Is it like when you've gone ghost and like your reason for going ghost is just not justifiable? Or you can't communicate why you've gone ghost, you just went ghost, but you don't have the capacity to communicate that due to like level of emotional intelligence.
So before we answer that, let me ask a question. Is any lack of communication justifiable?
Yes.
Yeah? Lack of communication is justifiable.
Yes.
Okay. So if that's going to be the case, then yeah, I guess you can say there can be some room for there. I have been in conversations with people who feel like they would rather have days of not communicating so they can miss that person.
Right? Let me miss you a little bit.
And want to have room to just talk about whatever. Now here's the question: when that comes and you still got nothing to talk about, what's going on?
Then that's when we need to look at what's going on.
For me, I feel like it depends on your relationship or friendship with that specific person. Because I know there's certain days where I'll go without talking to my friends. But they'll tell me, hey, I understand, you have a lot going on. Or say we need a mental health break.
Yeah.
My friends have gone through that. So they're like, okay, we were just hoping you were okay. But I'm glad that you tell me now. We weren't too worried about, you not talking to us. We were more worried, are you okay?
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
That's a good point. So do we hold our relationship communication at a different level than we hold our friendship communication?
I was about to get there. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving you a lot. I'm giving you a lot more of me to you than I would give to my friends.
Yeah.
I'm giving you access to a lot of things nobody else was going to get. So yes, if I'm getting lack of communication from you, I'm going to wonder what I'm going to hold you to a higher standard than I would to my friends.
So with that being said, is it okay if you're in a relationship to go ghost and not communicate that to said person that you're in a relationship with that, hey, I do need a mental break. I've got a lot going on right now. So I do need to kind of just give me a couple of days. There's nothing wrong as far as our relationship is concerned, but I mentally need to take a moment.
I believe personally that needs to be communicated.
Yeah.
Whether it is before or whether it is after. So that needs to be said so the other person can have a peace of mind.
Correct.
And that person can say, okay, so now this is how I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
I do not want to be on the spectrum or on the side of something's going on and I am not knowing what's happening.
Yeah.
What did I do?
That's gonna happen because now for me as someone
up.
who has an anxious attachment style, I'm prone to overthink a lot. So if something, especially if we have developed this pattern, we developed this consistency, this trend of this is how we do things especially when it comes to communication, and then you fall off of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, okay, something's going on like immediately. But if I see and I pay attention that this is either happening too often or it's happening too long, now I'm gonna be like, okay, what happened? What did I do? Did something go off? You see, now I'm trying to backpedal, and then from backpedaling, now I'm creating whole new scenarios that didn't even exist.
Right. Right.
When all you could have said was, "Hey, this is happening. I need some time. I will hit you later."
Yeah.
We are okay. I think that is really the most crucial thing. Is we are okay.
Yeah.
You did nothing wrong. I just need time. Cool. Got it. Boom. Handle your business.
I didn't realize till I got older that's how it works. Because when you're in college, you don't think about all that. I have class, I have like this class, that class, I have to go to the cap right here. You're calculating everything. So being in a relationship when you're in certain areas of life, I understand the miscommunication. Say I didn't talk to you all day. It's because I've been trying to survive. I'm trying to do this. My professor just yelled at me over something completely stupid. And I don't even know what he said because it was a completely different language. You know, that was one of those things where you're in a 4-year and at the time, my relationship with that person was long distance. So they were super anxious and making scenarios like, you're doing this, that, and the third. No, I was asleep. Or no, I was stressed out in the library. I don't know what happened. I was gonna text you tonight whenever I had some time.
Now let me tell you something though, because I be feeling like that's a form of like control too. Like
it can be.
Why you got to know like every, you know, you didn't call me when you left here like you said you was. I forgot, or something else came up. So sometimes it's like red flags for me. Like, those are controlling tendencies. I don't know.
No, I agree with that part.
So in that regard, a lesson I had to reteach myself is that everybody learns the same lessons at different times than you do. Because they are on different paths than you are. So there could be a case where your life needed you to learn a lesson 5 years before Dedra did. Dedra her life didn't need her to learn that lesson yet. But now you two are interacting with each other, and there's a disconnect now. But it's not because it's a red flag or she's trying to control. It's just she hasn't learned that lesson yet. And so in that regards, the lesson here is to learn how to meet each other at the pace they're at. Now that doesn't mean you have to accept that. You can still say, okay, this is where you are, and I understand that. But that still doesn't work for me, and I'm gonna bounce. That's okay. That's okay.
I know, right?
That's okay. You can.
My pearls. Hold on a second. Okay. Get a little serious.
Just life. It's just
That
life.
is life.
But I understand because it's so easy to point the finger nowadays. Because you don't understand. But as long as you try to understand that maybe you haven't learned this yet, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Now you have a peace of mind because now you know you are taking your power and driving it. You figuring out how to drive it for you. Whether that is to continue dealing with that person or to let them go.
Okay. That was real. That was real.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not negotiable.
Oh,
sir.
right. Oh, right.
We forgot.
I'm trying to make y'all forget. So my first immediate one is something it's trivial, but it's small, but it has a lot of weight, and that is smoking. And not like the certain smoking, but like cigarettes, anything hard. I can't deal with it.
Cigarette,
black
and mild,
tobacco,
any type of tobacco. Okay.
The ones that center in that direction. Vaping, I'm okay. I have leniency with vaping because I've tried it, and I'm like, okay, I guess it's not that bad. For me, I can't really be like, I can't really fault you for something that I haven't done, or I can't tell you what to do if I can't follow that same direction. However, well, not however, because I don't want to negate what I just said. In that same regard, I have witnessed friends and family lose their lives or put themselves in critical health conditions that could have been avoided if they just stopped touching that thing. And it just doesn't make natural sense to me.
Yeah.
And the life journey that I'm going on, that cannot come in my life. So if you are if you're going to be an active member of that, all power to you. It's just not going to include me.
Okay. Interesting.
That's mine. But y'all was hitting with some deep ones. So I'm just like,
but I agree with yours too, because when it comes to smoking, I have a thing for looking at men's lips. So I don't like how with some smokers it's pink right here and brown around. So I'll stare at that the whole time and not hear anything that they're saying to me.
yeah.
It's just like how you look into somebody's eyes. Because I'm an artist, I look at all your features. So if I'm looking at a man's lips and there's just proof that you've been smoking. Interesting.
Oh, I got another non-negotiable.
Dirty
nails. Now, let me say this. Let me preface this by saying, let me preface this by saying, now, there's some people that work in lawn care. You know, there's, people who they have to get dirty on a regular basis. After that,
myself included.
After that, when you've come home, you've cleaned, you showered, and you're resting for the day.
I got to check
got to scrub them nails.
I'm good.
Yes.
He got to get all up in there.
Yes.
I'm like, baby, what's taking so long? I'm cleaning my nails, baby.
Yes.
Cleaning my nails.
I don't know what's in.
Hygiene is important. Hygiene is so important.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't like the nail biting.
Yeah. That part. Yeah.
Where does that stem from?
Because of what could be in your nails.
Where does that stem from?
I think nail biting stems from they're nervous. There's trauma.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
So when it comes to anxiety, some people with ADHD or autism, you stem by biting your nails, picking at your skin, or messing with something. That's why we have a lot of fidget toys. So if you don't have that something to mess with around you, you find the next best thing. So a lot of my friends, if they get super nervous or stressed out, they'll just go like,
start biting their nails.
Yeah, even me, I'm guilty of it. I've gotten better over the years, but sometimes I catch myself like, what do I do? What do I do?
I'm guilty from time to time.
That's me.
For me, especially like if I see it already chipped,
it's a wrap.
And it's like
it's over. Like
like just a real quick. It's like a real quick
messing
fix.
with you. Like, why is it like that?
Right. I'm like,
that's what I'm picking like crazy. Fidget toys be coming in handy, though.
Yeah.
A more deeper non-negotiable. I want to say it. I'm trying to say it to where it's not completely piggybacking off of y'all's.
Okay. What you got?
It's more, how are you when it comes to other people, being around other people?
What you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh, the switch up, like code switching? Or
not necessarily code switching, because we do that for work.
Oh, yeah.
And I pride on that. But more so, like, how are you truly when it comes to being around other people? Like, what type of person are you? Ooh. Are you the type of person that not necessarily throws yourself in a corner in a shell because you just have high anxiety or you're just an introvert? That's not what I'm referring to. But more so, how do you treat others is really what I'm going for. How do you treat other people, especially when certain backs are turned?
Oh, your character.
What is your character like? I'm sorry, no matter how beautiful you look, the moment I find your character trash, you are trash.
I get that.
It's a bottom line.
That's definitely a non-negotiable.
Yes.
It's a bottom line.
I see. Yeah. Yes.
How you treat people. Yeah.
That's true.
Because I know how I treat people, and I don't treat people like that.
I can't do fake. So I just need to know you real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have trouble dealing with people, just be honest about it. I have trouble dealing with people.
That's so hard with dating these days because a lot of times they'll go off of what your wants are. That's why I don't tell somebody what I'm looking for in a relationship anymore. Because they will become a character that
The representative.
you built
Come on.
by telling them what
Not
you want.
representative.
I don't
Like
want
all
you
those Tyler
to-
Perry movies. Then later on, they
Yeah.
show their true colors when it starts seeping out. Like it comes out pouring. You're like, what happened? You weren't like this before.
I totally get you. We're on the same page here. I understand it because when you are trying to chase somebody, or you're trying to make yourself or put yourself in a position to be chased by somebody, it's always, you want to put your best foot forward, right? You always want to present yourself in the best way possible. So you have to find a way to learn about that person, see what they like, what they don't like, so you can maneuver around that.
Yeah.
But if that's all it becomes, and you're not still showing who you are,
Yeah.
You're acting.
Hey now.
Lights, camera, action.
Yeah. Literally.
You're
Sometimes
acting.
you do without even realizing, though.
You do.
You put on a whole different character,
Yeah,
and
that's
whenever
true.
you're
You
not
do.
around them, you're just like, whew, okay. And you go on about your business acting like your regular self until they're around again, and boom. Hi, how are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
Putting on a facade. Yeah. So as far as that being put on a facade and so forth, so at the beginning of my last relationship, that was one of the questions that was asked. What do you want in a relationship? Or what your expectation of me out of a relationship? And I said, I want you to be your authentic self. Because you can't put on a facade of your authentic self.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which makes things a lot better. Then that gives me the option to decide if that's something that I want to deal with by you being authentically you. Yeah. And vice versa.
I'm glad you brought that up. A girl I previously dated, we was talking, and she was honest and opening up about the fact that she's never seen me on my angry side or my irritated side. And me knowing how far I can go with that, I told her in her face, I don't ever want you to see that. For obvious reasons. And plus, you also know certain things about me as to showcase why or explain why I don't ever want you to see that side. And she told me in responses, while I understand, by never seeing that side, you rob me of my choice of knowing if I want to be here. And you also rob me of showing me who else you also are.
Oh.
So I'm like, huh.
That's a little deep.
I'm like, okay.
That's a little deep.
I was like, okay. That makes sense. I actually can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
But what if you all haven't been into a situation to where you would need to show that angry side of you?
I think that's I think that's different because at that point there's no other option. At least my brain looks at it like that way. If I'm being put in a situation where I have no choice but to show my darker side, that's because I've tried literally every other option and all of them have failed.
Yeah.
For me personally, some people will just jump straight into it. I'm not like that. But at the same time, I understand. I know how far I can go because I don't normally be there, and I may not have the appropriate avenue to regulate that in that moment. So no, I don't want you to see it. But again, if I don't show that, I'm not showing everything about me, and and that also robs her of a choice of seeing who I am. And I'm like, how would I feel if the roles were reversed? Would I also want that? Yeah. Okay, I see where you are now.
going off of that, in my relationship in the past, so when I'm in a relationship, usually I'm really chill. I don't argue over anything because I don't believe in arguing. If we have to have a debate, okay. But if it comes to arguments, I'm going to look at you for a second. Let you say what you got to do. Get your emotions out. Then I'm going to be like, okay, let's talk about it now.
Yeah.
As civilized people. Once you get to that point where you have to yell, where you have to show that angry side of you, I feel like the relationship's already over because I shouldn't have to get to that point. And I can't show that to you if I don't feel it. I can tell you about it though. If I'm in a relationship, I'll tell you, hey, once upon a time, this person made me get to this point, but I don't want that to happen. Like, I'm not a really bad, angry person, like, you know, like I said earlier, a Tyler Perry movie. Yeah. But you get to a point where you're just yelling and angry. You shouldn't be like that in a relationship. Once it gets to that point, they're not for you.
That's what I feel. If you bring that out of me, then you're not the person for me.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a situation one time. I was dating a guy, and I got so mad. We had went out to eat. I took his leftover tray, and I opened it up and flung it across the parking lot.
Yo.
And I'm just like, you brought that out of me. And I didn't want to be this. And it was triggering because it reminded me of situations with another ex, or, you know, this rage, this fit of rage. And it's like, I don't want to be this person.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't. Over time, it came to the conclusion now. Because if you're bringing that out of me, like, and I mean, yeah, we have some ownership over our emotions, but it's just like, if I'm telling you, like, hey, chill, you know, and you're just disrespecting that over and over, and then this side comes out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I'm warning you. I'll warn you. I'll give you a couple of warnings.
Oh, you're warning. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like, chill out, you know?
I was going to ask in that regard to the both of you, because you both brought that up. Is it that person brought you to that level of anger, or did something happen in the past that triggered that your current person did? And so now my question to that is he really at fault? I mean, of course he's at fault because he caused the action, but did he really bring you to that, or did something he did trigger that, and was he aware of that ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
You see what I'm saying?
Conversation's done.
I do have to say something about that. So a lot of times, I'm going to just say with women in general, there's a lot of us that do give warnings, and we'll say, hey, please stop this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or we'll say, hey, I don't really like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're saying it repetitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please stop it. Can you please not do that?
Yeah.
And then you get to that point where they're doing the exact same thing you told them not to do. And you over here yelling, and they like, why are you doing this? Because I done told you not to do this.
You messing with me.
So does the person really love you if they purposely take you to that level to where you will have to show that angry side of you like that?
Some of them are just stupid though.
And some people call it love because that's what they grew up in and what they used to, but that is not love. That is poison.
That's a trigger that they gonna have to heal from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you.
Ooh.
I look at it as if you have already communicated the fine line, and you are in the position, and you are in a situation, you are actively seeing that, okay, this is really getting to me. I need you to stop. And they're still doing it. Hey, at that point, it's justified.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's justified because you've communicated.
I did.
That's my biggest thing. If it's communicated, and same thing going vice versa. If I've communicated, hey, this is something I don't like, and you still doing it, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're saying too. A lot of times with like friendships, for example, they'll keep stuff in that you're doing that's bothering them, and then blow up on you.
Yeah.
If that's what you meant. And the same for relationships. They'll keep stuff in, and then blow up on you, and you're trying to figure out, where did this come from? You weren't like this before. I didn't get any warnings.
Right.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I'm gonna give those warnings, and you're going to see them.
I am.
Good, as you should.
It's a great part of communication.
You did.
It's very important.
And communication is more than words. It's your expressions. It's the way that you react to certain things. Communication goes a long way.
It does.
So for you not to communicate, what are you doing?
And words is the least amount of communication. So
words mean things.
They do mean things, but your actions also speak your true intentions as well.
This is absolutely true.
There's something I say a lot. Can you be intimate without intercourse?
Oh, that kind of leads into this next question. If you're ready to transition.
Come on, question.
Okay, all right.
Come on, question.
So originally I was gonna finesse this and say you pick the next person since you started, but you interjected. So
because it just aligns. Why do you think it is often difficult for individuals to cultivate intimacy without relying on physical expression? And let me know if you need to say it, if I need to say it again.
I will throw in the immediate answer of a lot of people confuse intercourse with intimacy.
Yes.
They do.
Yes. Yes.
Because they did not really, or they was really not in a position to learn what true intimacy really is. Intercourse should be the cherry on top, right? That's still intimacy, but that's like intimacy when it comes to not in its purest form, but it's intimacy probably at its most raw. But it's not the only one. It's the max. Yeah. Like that should be that should explode everything.
Yes.
But the build up to the build up is intimacy.
So, listen, when it comes to intimacy, it pairs with intercourse. You're not going to have as good of a time during intercourse if you don't have that build up. If you don't have that emotional connection that's built from intimacy, from talking, cuddling, like butterfly kisses, all of that.
Yeah.
So you have that makes you soft.
It's this one. It's this one.
Your baby's popping out.
I haven't been laughing. I'm like, do not look at them because I'm gonna laugh too.
I'm sorry.
Start laughing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But you can't have that connection where you're like, okay, this is my person. I've been waiting for this for a long time. If it's so easy to get with somebody, what? I just feel like you have to have that build that connection, that feeling of, yo, like my heart beats when I'm with you. Then once you hit that stage of intercourse, whether it's while you're dating, marriage, I don't judge, regardless, boom, it's going to be the best you've ever had. And you're trying to figure out, why is this? It's not because of size. It's not because of what he did. It's because of the fact that you're emotionally right there, so it's easier for you to get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, sharing a space with someone who just fulfills, just fulfilling. Not even like they could be doing who knows whatever, but the fact that you're sharing space with them and you're not like, yo, why are you here? Bruh, that's intimacy to me. For me, sharing space, holding hands is a form of intimacy. Sometimes the most little subtle things hold the most weight.
Yeah, agreed.
But of course, when you grow up under certain, what's the best way I can say this? When you grow up under certain criteria where intimacy is gate kept through intercourse, that's when you're skewed. And then that's where you fall off. And then you're going to affect somebody else.
I get that.
Unfortunate.
So, if I could be just a little transparent as far as intimacy is concerned, one of my love languages is touch. Okay. So cuddling and so forth, rubbing hair, rubbing your scalp and so forth. So, and it doesn't even have to stop it. So it doesn't even have to lead into intimacy, intercourse. Just that in itself, you can just fall asleep afterwards. So that's my part of, intimacy. So that's really, really important. But it doesn't have to lead into the intercourse.
That safe space.
Yes.
But it's also crucial to find somebody and have the authentic communication to where they can be in space to provide you your love language.
The reciprocation is really important.
Not provide you theirs, but provide you yours.
Yeah.
That is a big hurdle.
Yeah.
If I can say something about that, because I know how I'm able to love, I can't limit how someone loves me. If I know how far I can go, how much I can give you my intimacy, why are you doing the bare minimum in my eyes?
What is the bare minimum?
I measure it differently. Everyone has a different bare minimum.
For sure. I'm asking you yours, though.
It's kind of like what she said. If I'm able to be held and given a safe space, that's the intimacy that I want. And for me, I'll do that for a man as well. And a lot of times with this generation, they don't believe that men should be soft. So they're never given that space where they can just let loose. They're always on guard, having a mask like, okay, I'm this, that. If you're able to get with me and be safe, that's all I want to give you. Like, I can rub your head too, give you massages, scratch your back, all of that, as long as you give me what will, give me that safe space as well.
And I will ask real quickly, is it that this generation believes that, or is that what was instilled in them from their childhood?
I think it's multiple factors. Social media, first of all, your environment, of course, and mindset.
Okay.
If you have this mindset where you're a people pleaser or care more about what everyone else thinks rather than your lover, then you're not going to be able to be your full authentic self.
Yeah.
You're going to continue to put up that fake persona even behind closed doors, because you're like, if I do this, she's going to do this, and tell everybody, and the men are going to be, my guy's going to be mad. Or, nah, this is too soft. My daddy told me that, you can't let a woman see this side of you, this, that, or third. Nah, if he's able to cry with you, let him cry. If he's able to be safe with you, let him, be safe, instead of him holding everything in until he does blow, which causes a lot of men to crash. They end up depressed.
Agreed.
They end up hurting themselves, or just turning into something that they should have never been.
I agree with that. And because the fact that men find it hard, and it's just me looking outside looking in, men find it hard to be able to be vulnerable with us women, that when they are vulnerable, give them that safe space, like you said, make them feel comfortable, and then don't use that against them in the long run, because then they never will be vulnerable with you ever again if you do,
or anybody else.
Yes. Yeah.
I know one of the most intimate moments I can think of is when I was in the car, it was dark, and I was with a friend, and we just had a praise and worship session. Like, we were listening to Kanye's gospel album, and we were just thanking God, just thanking him over and over, just thanking him. And it was just such a intimate moment, because it's just like, nobody sees. It's like when you at home by yourself in the kitchen on a Sunday morning and you play your gospel music and you just like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And it was just one of those moments we were just hollering out, just thank you, God. And that was just such a deep moment of intimacy I had never experienced in my life. But I think it's one of those ones, you can have intimacy without having physical, intercourse or, this physical expression. Also with the eyes. The intimacy with the eyes, where y'all got that look and you lock in.
Oh, yes.
When
they get a little low when you just look straight into their soul.
Yeah, you're like,
that's gonna be intimate.
So, yeah.
But I agree, though, definitely. Okay. We are each fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalms 139, verse 14. How do you keep from comparing your life with others? Cool. With that, I would say you have to remember that your path is your own. So regardless of if, for instance, someone prestigious or whatever. So because they're where they are, you can't get upset because that's their life. They, whatever path they chose is what, not all the time, but the path that they chose has got them to where they are. However, that might not be your life path. And what's for you is for you. And you can't live anybody else's dream but your own. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to share something that was shared with me, and this really puts some things into perspective. Okay. How are babies made? How are babies made?
Intercourse.
Intercourse, right? Yes, it's not true. Intercourse. You have sex. And so what happens at that point? There's this egg, and there's all these thousands, maybe even millions of sperms just floating. But guess what? You are the one that made it. We are the ones that made it out of all the millions. So when we talk about we're fearfully and wonderfully made, like we have a purpose. Like there is a reason that we're here. There is something, a gift that we've been given. There's an assignment we are to execute. And to compare that to others is like telling yourself a lie every day. So I've just had to be real. Like when I got my own cross to carry, and God only made one of me. It's only one of this, and out the whole world, it's only one of this. We all got different fingerprints, and so just remembering just the biology, you can look at it from all sides, spiritually, physically, even the science of it all. Out of all that sperm that was floating, you're the one who broke through and made it. That's it.
And that's even with twins. You know, they still have their own DNA. They still have their own fingerprint. Although the identical twins, you know, shared the same sac, they still their own individual person. So, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So I got something to say about that question. So when it comes to comparing yourself, everyone does it, but everyone also sins. So why am I gonna judge them for going that way? And I'm over here, got my own stuff to deal with. So I learned, specifically this year, I've been working on being my true authentic self, because if you judge me, that's on you. Technology, if you don't follow me, I don't care. I don't even remember who you are, but you're gonna remember me. And we're here living our lives, and we are here for a purpose. You could be at the club preaching to somebody. You could have been sent to go to this specific club, and then all of a sudden someone needs a word. Because people want to judge you for going there. They don't want to see that you were there helping somebody else. They just want to see the outside. Whenever they shit stinks too. Pardon my language. But
come on now.
Listen, I can be over here in Durham chilling, and someone's walking the streets and they just need a word. I'm over here in a cute little dress about to go to the club. I'm gonna still talk to you. Like, hey, my name is D. How are you? Like, Jesus never judged. Like we were talking about earlier, he was talking to the prostitutes. He was talking to everybody. So why am I going to judge somebody for something that they're living? We're all on different levels of life, different paths. One day they might get there where they're preaching too. But for now, you know, the people that are on the side begging for money, you never know. He could be a pastor 20 years from now. And then he looks back like, hey, this young lady, she talked to me and I remembered it. So I don't care what people say about me. I don't care who you talk about.
How do you get to that point where you don't care?
It took a long, long journey to get to this like area that I'm in now. It took failed relationships, failed friendships, people judging me having to deal with people hurting me back to back to back, and surviving through all of it. Because my testimony is crazy, but no one would know because I just lived my life. But after going through so much, I was like, you know what? Why do I care what anyone thinks about me? Why should I care? If at the end of the day, if I lost my life, I only have to answer to one person and one person only.
That's it.
You're not going to be there.
That's it.
Are you going to be at the pearly gates? No. So why do I care what you're saying to me? Why do I care who you're talking to about me? My name is in your mouth. You can say all you want. People are going to remember Diavone, Dedra. Whatever name you learned from me, it's all me. You're going to remember that. You're going to look back like, she was this, she was that. But look me up. You don't see anything bad on Google in this technology age. You'll see my business.
Right.
You'll see I graduated from school. I got my bachelor's. I got my business. I have a happy family. Why am I caring about you, who's rotten? You're over there pathetic talking about me.
Come on now.
When I'm not thinking twice about you. So it just takes a while. But I got there. Still have my moments though.
Yeah.
But
It's called growth.
That's good, man. That's good.
It's definitely growth.
So no matter what anyone says, I think about it like, my name is in their mouth. Or, that's not affecting me. Maybe they just need a good prayer, or maybe they had a long day, and the only thing they can do is talk about somebody.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes from jealousy too, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true. Gosh.
Very true.
Okay. Are you good at offering grace and forgiveness to yourself? I was wondering why I kept picking up this card. And I thought you tricked me.
I didn't.
Me.
I wouldn't dare. Okay, maybe I would.
Okay,
however,
okay.
no. I
Right.
just... I
But
couldn't see what they were before you pulled them.
This is okay. It's okay. If I was throwing a facade for all of y'all, I would say, yeah, I'm pretty damn good at it. But I will be saying that from a skewed perspective because I'm really good at offering grace and forgiveness to others.
More than you give yourself.
More than I give myself.
Yeah. Ooh.
To be transparent,
Yeah.
I'm a lot better now. But I was a horrible person at offering grace and forgiveness to myself. Why? Because I always felt like I knew better.
Yeah.
Because I knew better,
Yeah.
I should have done better.
Yeah.
And the person that I am, I wasn't built for that. I was supposed to be destined for greatness. I'm supposed to be set for the best of the best. So when things do not go my way, I feel like I failed somewhere, some way, and now it's the end of the line. To the point where every action I made moving forward was make it or break it. To an extent, it's a good mindset because you're forced to give everything you've got. But when things do not come your way, now it's break it. Now it's die. Now it's, well, I guess I wasn't as high as people either made me or I made myself. But a lot of forgiving had to come. A lot of crying had to happen. A lot of I'm sorries to Kyle had to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'll leave it.
Going off of that, I know that in the past, I didn't forgive myself a lot of times. I would blame myself for things as well. Whenever friendships ended, whenever people would get upset at me over little things, I was like, okay, it's my fault. Where sometimes people have issues with taking the blame, I was the one that would willfully take it. Because I didn't want anyone else to have to take something that could be my fault. So in like past relationships, I would be the one to apologize first. I apologize for, and then I would name what it is. But at the same time, I learned that by showing that vulnerability and apologizing, they go off of it. And they'll either see you as weak or they will use that against you. So I learned as I got older, they're going to judge regardless. But now I started saying, was this really my fault? And when I wouldn't take the fault, people still blamed me. Like, oh no, you're cocky, you're conceited, this, that, and the third. No, I'm just not gonna take baggage that isn't mine. I'm not gonna take something that's gonna ruin my mental health. Because that's not me. I know my character more than anybody.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know you better than anybody. And if you know who you are, there should be no situation where you question, is this really my fault? Because if it's your fault, you're going to be able to be like, oh yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah.
But if you're questioning it, no. It's okay to say no. People don't know how to say no. No, that's not my fault, and I'm not going to take that.
Yeah.
You beat yourself up, and then you end up being the one on the ground while everyone else is fine. If you take on the baggage that no one else is, they're happy, they're light, while you're suffering. And do you think they think twice about it? No.
Mm-mm.
And I think a lot of that stems even from a child. Like, we're taught to say you're sorry, say you apologize. And, you know, with having 2 kids, you know, there are times where I'm like, well, they're not saying sorry right now. Like, do I let them have that? Is that a teachable moment? So it's always a little, my senses are heightened when it comes to forcing someone to apologize. More so like talking them through, like, do you think that you should apologize for it? And if so, why? Versus you need to say, I'm sorry. Because when you keep doing that and forcing somebody to do that over and over, I don't know, I think sometimes, you know, to answer the question, like, you can start to beat yourself, like it's always my fault. I always have to apologize. You know, I'm always doing something wrong and I'm always sorry.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot in childhood that, you know, how do we kind of build up children, especially in our community, to not feel sorry, to take that control back of, I wasn't sorry for that. Is that right or wrong? It could be wrong, but in this season, I'm not ready to apologize. You know, how, and it seems like a fine line of how do you teach that, where you give this emotional ownership as you guide them on the correct way of how to handle errors.
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to become a mother in the future, I would teach them how I wish I would have been taught. My mother did an amazing job, but with certain family members, you can't force anyone to kiss your kids. You can't force anyone to hug your kids if they're uncomfortable with that. No, that goes the same for emotional, you know, safety. Why should they feel sorry for doing stuff if you didn't hear their side of the story first?
Yes.
If they did something to them and they're hiding it, okay, communication comes into play. And a lot of times, there's things that happen behind closed doors. And you make your child apologize for something, and sorry loses its meaning. Yes. So they're just apologizing, and now they're blaming themselves. They're getting lower and lower with self-esteem, with their feelings on themselves, because they feel like they're doing everything wrong. When you're just trying to say, okay, you just need to apologize if you do this, but they don't need to. So it ends up being a thing where you grow up not realizing what hurt you in the past, and you start apologizing or backing up and being more timid in situations when you could have been given that strength in the beginning. So with young girls specifically, men as well, but with little girls, you know, a lot of times there's so much put on them. Go ahead and give them that safe space instead of like the big sister role or the role of you have to do this, that, and the third, while this other person has their kids over there playing happy, you're apologizing and on timeout. So no, talk to me. I'm going to talk to you like a actual person, not like a little baby. Tell me what's the matter. What really happened? Do you feel like you should apologize like she said? What would happen if I was in your shoes? Would you want someone to apologize to me? Or would you want me to apologize? Can I get a hug, and can you go apologize if you really did do something? If not, then I love you. And we can go home. We gonna get out of here because no one's gonna treat you any kind of way. Same with your spouse too. If they're, say, an anxious person and they feel bad about certain things, you give them that safe space like I was talking about before and say, you're not wrong. Your feelings are valid. Validate people's feelings more. Tell them you're not wrong. Or if they are, hey, I respect your opinion and I understand what you're saying, but I don't really think that was the best choice. Maybe you should go apologize, but you can do whatever you want. This is just my opinion. It's your life at the end of the day. And what you choose to do, whether you apologize or not, that's going to change your future. Period.
To add on to that, when it comes to being a parent, for me, one thing that I would do is I would allow my kid to question me. I was not given that luxury.
If something did not make sense, I would be vocal to say, well, why? And that became disrespect. And then when it came to disrespect, now I have to address being disrespectful rather than addressing whatever it is I was questioning, because I wasn't doing it to be disrespectful. I was doing it because I just genuinely did not understand. And that was the teachable space. That was the moment to teach me why this is why, or why I should have done or anything. So for me, I feel when it comes to that, I will allow my kid to ask me why or question it, so I can teach you why you should do this or why you shouldn't do that. And then if that happens and it gets to a point where you feel like you have to apologize, at least now you understand why you had to apologize in the first place, because you understood how you got here. So that's something I would do.
I think people tend to forget that children is their first time being on this earth.
Yes.
They're going to ask questions because they don't understand. Whereas you're looking at it like, it's so easy. Why is it hard to understand? Because they've never been here before. They're maybe like 4 or 5. They're going to ask you why, how. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. And it's your job as a parent to teach them why this is, how is this supposed to be? Because that's your job. You chose to have these children.
They didn't ask to be here. Yeah. They didn't ask to be here.
Yeah. They didn't. So you brought them into this world with your choices, and it's also your choice. Well, it's not even a choice. It is your role, your responsibility to bring them up as members of society and as your children, your loves.
And since you said that, I will say that as far as me giving myself grace, that I used to beat myself up a lot because I had 3 kids. 2 of my children are now grown. I have one that's a senior in high school. Okay. So I used to beat myself up a lot because I feel like that, I wasn't the greatest parent that I could be compared to other parents. Other kids, they were, for instance, went to Disney World and so forth. At the time, I couldn't afford to take my kids to Disney World. I'm like, okay, so I beat myself up because why couldn't I offer my kids the opportunity that someone else did?
Yeah.
And, I feel like, again, I could have been a better parent. But then that's just on one aspect. But there's a lot of other ones in reference to that. But to look back at it, to give myself grace, because, again, I do have 2 grown children. And neither one of them have been locked up, been in prison. They have not been in trouble. They are great, a great part of society. And then I have one that's coming up as well, to be put into the adult world of society. So I can't beat myself up. I have to give myself grace because of the fact that I was able to raise 3 children.
Yeah.
Can I say something about that?
Yes, ma'am.
So just like it's the kids' first times here, it's your first time as a parent. You're going to make mistakes. But I was having a conversation with my mom, because right now I'm 25. So I was talking to her and I'm like, I'm so grateful for you. And she even said that she had made mistakes. But I know that now. And I look back at it like, I'm grateful for your mistakes because it showed me too how to grow. But other than that, she was a wonderful mother. She gave me a safe space. I wouldn't be able to be who I am now had she not been my mother. And on top of that, say I couldn't go to Disney before because it was like that. We started from the bottom.
Yeah.
I look back at what my mother did do, the small things. How during Christmas, she would get like crumbled reindeer food, put it on the stairs. Yeah. And then she would wake me up and say, the reindeer's been here. It was just little crumbs. Yeah. But it was memories that made me who I am. Rather than say she took me to Disney. I wouldn't remember everything about that like I would the detail of the reindeer night. I remember the cookies, the milk, the smell, the feeling of just magic and imagination and my mother's love. Because she was smiling and I was smiling and she was young too. So she was just happy that I was happy. Yeah. They're going to look back one day like, I remember when my mother did this. It might not be something big to anybody else, but to them, it was their whole heart at the time. Yeah. And I see it like that. You're the best judge of your own character and you're your worst critic. while
Definitely
other
your
people
worst
look
critic.
at you like,
Yeah.
this is the best person in my life. I love her so much.
Yeah.
I look at my mother like, I don't know what I would do without you. Like, she's my best friend now. Back in the day, she used to be like, I'm not your little friend. But now, like, I
I'm
love
not your
her
little friend.
so
I say this
much.
so many
And
times.
I bring up
Yeah.
the small things.
Yeah.
We as people tend to view all the things we've done in our lives and all the mistakes we've made and question ourselves all the time. What we don't realize is that there's always going to be somebody that's going to look at the same things we looked at and wonder, how do we still manage to get to the next day?
Yeah.
Can I read something real quick if I can get back to it?
Yeah. I mean, we're
Okay.
here.
So, a friend of mine from high school, we were really close at the time. We're not as close now because I left far away, but we still consider ourselves each other besties.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to read this without crying because when I first read it, I cried. So, she said, I'm so proud of you. There it goes. You have overcame a lot. I am amazed because I'm like, how in the hell did she do it? You have been through so much, yet still had time to listen to my cries for help. I always keep you lifted in my prayers because I just wanted to say thank you for being a friend. You never judge, always kept it real, and you don't tell me what I want to hear. I pray that whatever storms you go through, that there's a rainbow waiting for you on the other side. So, just stuff like that, although because of how I didn't give myself grace at that time.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize how much I impacted other people because of where I came from back then to where I'm at now. So you still, in a sense, still have to give yourself that grace because you don't know what you are doing to encourage the next person, to get them to keep pushing forward and to be a better person for themselves. Yeah. So,
Thanks for sharing that.
yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Whew, okay. Bring it back, Shauna. Bring it back. But yeah, you have to give yourself grace.
You're allowed to stay there if you need to.
Yeah, I'm good. I can
it's
actually
okay.
say that I'm okay. But I will say that I did have, as far as grace is concerned, that I did have a vulnerable moment. And I'm just going to say, we as Black people, we always say that I'm okay. We go through stuff and we say I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I was able to be vulnerable in that moment and say, I'm not okay. And we as Black people need to get to that point to say, I'm not okay. I need to take a moment. Again, not going ghost, but communicating with said person or people. I need to take a moment because I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And then it all kind of circles back around to communication. Definitely comes back to communication. But no, I'm really okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm okay. Little brother, I'm okay.
I got you. I'll drop kick him up. I'm sorry.
I know you will. I know this already.
I had to catch that real quick. But we actually managed to complete a whole round of these.
Yeah.
With only one waterwork.
Yeah, just one. Just one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we managed to get through everybody's card.
We did.
It was a powerful round table. However, we do have time for one more card. I'm going to pull these away and focus solely on the producer's deck. Tamette, you get a free pass since you pulled one from the producer's deck. So, Dedra, Shauna, I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to spread these cards around, and one of y'all will pick from it, and that will be the last card for the day.
I'll let you pick.
Okay.
Any card.
Want this one out the way. This one. This one. Hold on. This one looks nice.
Okay, that's the one.
Oh.
Another hour.
Should I say it now?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
We don't have an hour. So
So I should say,
Yeah. Go ahead.
is trauma bonding a healing method or anchoring?
Wait. Who said that? Who said that? Jeez. And you wanted to make sure that she read what she read? She read it.
Want to do another one?
We here now. We're at the point of no return. We here.
Is trauma bonding a healing method or anchoring? I think we should start off with the straight up answer. Is it one or the other? And then we'll go off that.
Okay.
I honestly think it's both, depending on who you're talking to. Because sometimes, wait, hold on a second. Let me look at this one more time.
Right, you gotta
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay for you to trauma bond with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as it doesn't go to a certain point where you're using them as your trash can or your therapist. But most of the time it's anchoring.
Okay. Tamette?
I think I like what you said as far as differentiating between relationships and friendships.
Mm-hmm.
For my friends, it's our healing method, and our anchoring. For relationships, like with the opposite, I would say anchoring. I don't feel much healing. I just feel like we both were at this point. How do we come out of it? What are we doing to come out of it? So I would say anchoring for opposite sex. For friendship, is definitely healing and anchoring for me.
Okay.
I definitely agree with that, because you don't want to, for again, like you both said, that with your friends, that is your healing. Right there is your bonding, your trauma bonding with your friends. But in a relationship, it's definitely anchoring, because maybe one or the other is already going through their healing, and you have the other one that is still in their trauma phase, and they're depleting the energy from the one that's healing.
Yes, okay.
Because they're still going through trauma, and they haven't even taken the time to go through their healing phase. So yeah, it's definitely anchoring.
I want to say both romantic and platonic. It starts off as healing, because that's how we got here. That's how we're able to connect with each other, to understand. But like you said, and you said, and you said, if one abuses it, now it's anchoring. Because now we're not connecting to move forward. We're connecting so one can dismiss.
Yeah.
Where we are now connecting so one can dump and then toss it aside. But then again, well, not then again, you never know that you could always be dumping forever. Because depending on how serious that trauma is, there's a lot to unpack. I want to say healing, because I know some people trauma bond and turn out very well. But for the sake of the question, as cold cut as is asking, I think it's also anchoring.
I do want to say something about that as well. I feel like you should not be in a relationship if you are not already healed. Sometimes there's exceptions, but it is not your spouse's responsibility to heal you from past relationships or what you have been through in your past. They're new to this. Come to them as your true, authentic self, but be as healed as you can be, because if you don't know yourself, if you're not at a part of life that you want to be in, you have no business being with somebody else, because that's only going to drain them. I know with me, I've gone through a lot of healing, like I said before, and I'm not going to try to dump on anybody if I'm trying to be with them. I'm going to let them know certain things that's happened in my past, so that you do know, hey, this has happened to me. But I'm not going to do it for you to pity me or heal me. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
And if somebody's hurt, a lot of times they'll use that as an opportunity to dump onto somebody. And that can be draining, and that can hurt that other person, because spiritually, you do drain other people's spirits. I believe in that. And if you're not in the spot that you want to be in, and you're with somebody that's already gone through a lot and has healed from it, you're going to bring them back to that part of life that they healed from.
Yeah. I get that. I get
Yeah.
that. I do want to bring up not a counterpoint, but this idea that you have to be fully healed.
I wouldn't say fully.
I think it's okay to love while healing. I think it's okay to fall in love while you are healing. Because honestly, we never really know the true purpose of someone coming into our lives until either they leave or it finally hits us in the face with bricks. For some people, there's a statement of you're only here for a season. For some people, that season is to teach you how to love yourself again. Even though that may suck, because that may seem like the very best person in your life. Yeah. But they're there to help you. They're there to help you heal. So I feel like loving them shouldn't be omitted, or falling in love with them shouldn't be omitted. Just understand, like you say, understand the fine line with that. Don't do it, or don't fall in love with them to, in a way, what's the word? Not dismiss, but to basically pass on your trauma and drain them. But to allow yourself to be open up to receive them, to help you, and just work with that.
I think I miscommunicated. So when I said,
I feel like you did it. I feel like I just needed to say that.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Another thing though, I just want to get this out so y'all don't think completely healed. I don't think you really know when you're completely healed though.
No, I don't think
no one does. As long as you're doing something for yourself and trying to heal yourself instead of waiting for somebody to be that knight in shining armor. Is that the right word?
Knight in shining armor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
As long as you're not waiting for somebody to heal you, that's when it's wrong. But if you're already trying to heal yourself, I think that's okay for you to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But
that's the caveat though. Like you have to be trying to heal.
Yes, trying to do something for yourself.
Absolutely.
Because who knows, my future husband might be looking at this, so I need to make sure he knows. But
he's
not gonna know. But yeah, it's okay not to be all the way yourself.
Yo, come get me for real. I'm tired. Come get me.
Yeah.
I was listening to this girl, Tony. She has an affirmation for the grown woman. And one of the things she says is healing is not my purpose. And I think sometimes we get so hooked on I gotta heal, that we don't just be. We don't just live. We don't just be present. And so I had to not say let go of healing, but just accept. I think a little bit more acceptance versus I gotta keep striving to be this person and just be who I am in this season, with each day just trying to be a better person, looking on, what can I do? First of all, I need to know what does it look like? What does it mean for me to stay true to me? And then what can I do today to make sure I remain in alignment with that? So, I think healing is something that we just take and it's like, we're going to work on this thing forever. Just healing. But that's not what we put here to do. Yeah. Is to be trying to heal every day, all day. At some point, we just got to live the life that we've been given.
Can I say something? So I'm talking a lot.
Oh, you go ahead.
Off of that, for me personally, I can only talk for myself. I had to focus on healing because I realized that I was living in the moment, but I was hurting other people. So, friendships, that's a good example.
Okay.
I know that I was hurt and I was having issues with trusting certain people. And from me not trusting somebody, I didn't know that could hurt somebody else. But someone ended up being hurt because I didn't trust them. I wasn't going to open up to somebody when I had already gone through something that had traumatized me. And when I realized that person was hurting, and I knew I loved that person as a friend, I realized, hey, maybe I do need to go through a moment where I do need to get therapy or figure out how to heal myself before I hurt somebody else because
And
the bottle is spilling.
Yeah.
The ink is all over the place, and I didn't even see. So I used a time in my past. I'm at a different area now, but I used the time to just get myself together. I started questioning stuff by myself. Like, what caused me to be like this?
Yeah.
What can I do to improve this? How can I make myself happy now so that I don't have to spill on somebody else without knowing?
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, you can't fix. But if I know ahead of time, I can prevent. And that's what I was trying to do. I knew that I had been through certain events in life that had deeply traumatized me. And before I could go anywhere in the future in life with relationships, friendships, anything, I had to make sure that chapter was closed. It'll still open here and there.
Yeah.
But I needed to, by myself, try to get that together before letting somebody else in.
Oh yeah, that's the season now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Well, with that being said, that concludes dating in today's era.
Yeah.
How y'all feel?
I feel okay.
I feel more connected to y'all.
Right?
I
For
feel a little bit,
sure.
just a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was a good conversation. I
It
like
definitely
this
was.
one. This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll
That's a
take
good
that.
combo.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, there will definitely be many more. But for now, we're gonna wrap this up.
All right.
Thank you guys for showing up for dating in today's era. This is Kyle, and I am with.
Shauna, your hostess with the mostest.
Tamette with Safari Solutions, mindset coach for you.
Diavone with Abstract Royalty Photography, also known as Dedra.
And with that, we're out of here.
We out.
Deuces.